Section 6 of American Indian Stories. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. American Indian Stories by Zitkala-Ša. The Trial Path. It was an autumn night on the plain. The smoke lapels of the cone-shaped tipi flapped gently in the breeze. From the low night sky, with its myriad fire points, a large bright star peeped in at the smoke hole of the wigwam, between its fluttering lapels, down upon two Dakotas talking in the dark. The mellow stream from the star above, a maid of 20 summers, on a bed of sweetgrass, drank in with her wakeful eyes. On the opposite side of the tipi, beyond the center fireplace, the grandmother spread her rug. Though once she had lain down, the telling of a story has aroused her to a sitting posture. Her eyes are tight closed. With a thin palm she strokes her wind-shorn hair. Yes, my grandchild, the legend says the large bright stars are wise-old warriors, and the small dim ones are handsome young braves, she reiterates in a high, tremulous voice. Then this one, peeping in at the smoke-hole yonder, is my dear old grandfather, muses the young woman, in long drawn-out words. Her soft, rich voice floats through the darkness within the tipi, over the cold ashes heaped on the center fire, and passes into the ear of the toothless old woman, who sits dumb in silent reverie. Thence it flies on swifter wing over many winter snows, till at last it cleaves the warm light atmosphere of her grandfather's youth. From there her grandmother made answer. Listen, I am young again. It is the day of your grandfather's death. The elder one, I mean, for there were two of them. They were like twins, though they were not brothers. They were friends, inseparable. All things, good and bad, they shared together, save one, which made them mad. In that heated frenzy, the younger man slew his most intimate friend. He killed his elder brother, for long had their affection made them kin. The voice of the old woman broke. Swaying her stooped shoulders to and fro as she sat upon her feet, she muttered vain exclamations beneath her breath. Her eyes, closed tight against the night, beheld behind them the light of bygone days. They saw again a rolling black cloud spread itself over the land. Her ear heard the deep rumbling of a tempest in the west. She bent low a cowering head, while angry thunderbirds shrieked across the sky. Hey-ya! Hey-ya! No! No! Groaned the toothless grandmother at the fury she had awakened. But the glorious peace afterward, when yellow sunshine made the people glad, now lured her memory onward through the storm. How fast, how loud my heart beats as I listen to the messenger's horrible tale, she ejaculates. From the fresh grave of the murdered man, he hurried to our wigwam. Deliberately crossing his bare shins, he sat down unbidden beside my father, smoking a long-stemmed pipe. He had scarce caught his breath when, panting, he began. He was an only son, and a much-adored brother. With wild, suspecting eyes he glanced at me, as if I were in league with the man-killer, my lover. My father, exhaling sweet-scented smoke, assented. How? Then, interrupting the "Eya" on the lips of the round-eyed talebearer, he asked, My friend, will you smoke? He took the pipe by its redstone bowl, and pointed the long, slender stem toward the man. Yes, yes, my friend, replied he, and reached out a long brown arm. For many heart-throbs, he puffed out the blue smoke, which hung like a cloud between us. But even through the smoke mist, I saw his sharp black eyes glittering toward me. I longed to ask what doom awaited the young murderer, but dared not open my lips, lest I burst forth into screams instead. My father plied the question. Returning the pipe, the man replied, Oh, the chieftain and his chosen men have had counsel together. They have agreed it is not safe to allow man-killer loose in our midst. He who kills one of our tribe is an enemy, and must suffer the fate of a foe. My temples throbbed like a pair of hearts. While I listened, a crier passed by my father's steppe. Mounted and swaying with his pony's steps, he proclaimed in a loud voice these words. Ha! I hear them now. Ho, po! Give ear, all you people, a terrible deed is done. Two friends, brothers in heart, have quarreled together. Now one lies buried on the hill, while the other sits, a dreaded man-killer, within his dwelling. Says our chieftain, he who kills one of our tribe commits the offense of an enemy. As such, he must be tried. Let the father of the dead man choose the mode of torture or taking of life. He has suffered livid pain, and he alone can judge how great the punishment must be to avenge his wrong. It is done. Come, everyone, to witness the judgment of a father upon him who was once his son's best friend. A wild pony is now lassoed. The man-killer must mount and ride the ranting beast. Stand you all into parallel lines, from the center tippe of the bereaved family to the wigwam opposite in the great outer ring. Between you, in the wide space, is the given trial way. From the outer circle, the rider must mount and guide his pony towards the center tippe. If, having gone the entire distance, the man-killer gains the center tippe still sitting on the pony's back, his life is spared and pardon given. But should he fall, then he himself has chosen death. The crier's words now cease. A lull holds the village breathless. Then hurrying feet tear along, swish, swish through the tall grass. Sobbing women hasten towards the trial way. The muffled groan over the round campground is unbearable. With my face hid in the folds of my blanket, I run with the crowd toward the open place in the outer circle of our village. In a moment, the two long files of solemn-faced people mark the path of the public trial. Ah! I see strong men trying to lead the lassoed pony, pitching and rearing, with white foam flying from his mouth. I choke with pain as I recognize my handsome lover, desolately alone, striding with set face toward the lassoed pony. Do not fall! Choose life, and me! I cry in my breast, but over my lips I hold my thick blanket. In an instant he has leaped astride the frightened beast, and the men have let go their hold. Like an arrow sprung from a strong bow, the pony with extended nostrils plunges halfway to the center tippe. With all his might, the rider draws the strong reins in. The pony halts with wooden legs. The rider is thrown forward by force, but does not fall. Now the maddened creature pitches with flying heels. The line of men and women sways outward. Now it is back in place, safe from the kicking snorting thing. The pony is fierce, with its large black eyes bulging out of their sockets. With humped back and nose to the ground, it leaps into the air. I shut my eyes. I cannot see him fall. A loud shout goes up from the hoarse throats of men and women. I look. So, the wild horse is conquered. My lover dismounts at the doorway of the center wigwam. The pony, wet with sweat and shaking with exhaustion, stands like a guilty dog at his master's side. Here, at the entranceway of the tippe, sit the bereaved father, mother, and sister. The old warrior father rises. Stepping forward 2 long strides, he grasps the hand of the murderer of his only son. Holding it so the people can see, he cries with compassionate voice, "My son!" A murmur of surprise sweeps like a puff of sudden wind along the lines. The mother, with swollen eyes, with her hair cut square with her shoulders, now rises. Hurrying to the young man, she takes his right hand. "My son!" she greets him. But on the second word her voice shook, and she turns away in sobs. The young people rivet their eyes upon the young woman. She does not stir. With a bowed head, she sits motionless. The old warrior speaks to her. "Shake hands with the young brave, my little daughter. He was your brother's friend for many years. Now he must be both friend and brother to you." Hereupon the girl rises. Slowly reaching out her slender hand, she cries with twitching lips, My brother! The trial ends. Grandmother! Exploded the girl on the bed of sweetgrass. Is this true? Tush! Answered the grandmother, with a warmth in her voice. It is all true. During the 15 winters of our wedded life, many ponies passed from our hands, but this little winner, Ohiesa, was a constant member of our family. At length, on that sad day your grandfather died, Ohiesa was killed at the grave. Though the various groups of stars which move across the sky marking the passing of time told how the night was in its zenith, the old Dakota woman ventured an explanation of the burial ceremony. My grandchild, I have scarce ever breathed the sacred knowledge in my heart. Tonight I must tell you one of them. Surely you are old enough to understand. Our wise medicine man said that it well to hasten Ohiesa after his master. Perchance, on the journey along the ghost path, your grandfather will weary, and in his heart wish for his pony. The creature, already bound on a spirit trail, will be drawn by its sole wish. Together, master and beast will enter the next campground. The woman ceased her talking, but only the deep breathing of the girl broke the quiet, for now the night wind had lulled itself to sleep. Hinno, asleep. I have been talking in the dark unheard. I did wish the girl would plant in her heart this sacred tale, muttered she in a querulous voice. Nestling into her bed of sweet-scented grass, she dozed away into another dream. Still, the guardian star in the night sky beamed compassionately down upon the little tepe on the plain. End of section 6.